G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45. penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They go play action here on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out right at the 35.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Man open left side is Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by Galladay.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch out.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
from the gun on third down. Jones. And it's caught. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run it with Mack. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Caden Smith, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Second and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
They'll start by handing this off to Mack.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones looking for Shepard deep.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Chubb running right. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that trims the lead down to 9.
16, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jones on 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Tony.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run here with Mack. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Three tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gano the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Back to throw again. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. Fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run. Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 38, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They'll run with Gibson.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second down at 5.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, a run by Mack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Washington.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles. The Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go right back to Mack. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Watch the curve.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's got daylight. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.